So for today's video, I wanted to try a new format. We got a wheel cam setup rolling now where you can watch my shoddy driving techniques. The wheel I'm using is a Thrustmaster TX Leather Edition with the Thrustmaster 7-speed shifter, and the pedals I'm using are the Fanatec Club Sport V3s. I've been using this wheel setup now for around 3 years on Assetto and iRacing. I switched to the Fanatec pedals around a year and a half ago. I started off with the T3PAs. And so far, other than the T3PA's clutch spring braking, they were good for a while, but ever since I upgraded to the Fanatec pedals, they've been great. I could never go back to the T3PAs after the Fanatec pedals. But between the wheel and the new pedals, everything's been rocking great for me for the last couple years. To talk about the car, because I'm sure I'll get some questions about that. The car I'm driving is my own mod that I've been working on. I designed the Widebody and aero kit, all the suspension data for the car. It has around 430 wheel horsepower and a T56 6-speed transmission. The current suspension knuckle setup gives the car about 58 degrees of steering lock with about 9 degrees of Ackerman at full lock. I'm testing it currently on one of my favorite Touges. Sorry if I mispronounce it, but it's the EK Nagao mod. This road is narrow in the first half, as you can kind of see here, and it's full of just turns with awkward rhythm, which kind of provide a fun challenge to set up good flowing lines to be able to link everything. Kind of see here some of these corners don't exactly flow nicely and have little awkward straights in between them. So being able to set up the car and just kind of left foot brake, e-brake, use whatever technique you want to, just kind of create a fun flowing line is just a real nice welcome challenge on this track. It's not the hardest thing in the world, but getting a good flow on this track is just super satisfying. And then every now and then you can kind of dip your tire off into one of these gutters, and if you're really careful about it, it won't really throw your whole thing off, and it looks kind of cool. Not exactly the Takumi initial D level stuff, but it's still kind of fun to do when you're bored. With the new year started, I like to focus creating on more content. So if there's anything you'd like to see me cover, such as driving techniques, modding content, tutorials, or just more rad driving, not that I necessarily drive rad, but more rad driving content, give me some suggestions in the comments, and depending on what I see and what I like, maybe I'll be able to help you out, or maybe I'll use it. So I've really been enjoying how this car drives lately. It's pretty much just about dialed in. I think it's close to being ready for an official release. I'm just waiting on some feedback for some friends before I finish the last few touches and kind of getting it all buttoned up. Wow, words are hard. We're coming up on one of my favorite sections here. It's there's a narrow little gap. You can kind of see that there's a little kick out here that you can kind of flow, or you can do this. We kind of just shoot the gap and ride the inside and the outside wall as close as you can. Man, it's just a lot of fun in that section. It has to be my favorite section in this whole track. I also have an update from the drift truck that I released on the first of the year. That will be dropping shortly as well. I think I should make a video on that thing soon, since I kind of just quietly dropped it in my Discord. But man, that thing's a ton of fun. It's huge, it's awkward, and I enjoy driving this car a little bit more because this car's a little bit more personalized to me other than a stock bodied truck, but man, that truck's a good time. So depending on how well time wants to play on my side, I have a short list of a few mod projects I'd like to get done and release this year, so stay tuned for not only new video content, but also new mod cars and possibly some track content from me. But after this straightaway, there's a really fun, twisty S-curve style section here. Honestly, this entry here is really fun too, but coming into these sections here, these got a little bit of camber to these corners, and they're kind of fun to bounce around too, and you can kind of hook your car on the inside, or there's this little dip here that you can hook into too. It really helps kind of like swing your car around. It's a fun little addition that you don't see in a lot of the other trucks. It's just a nice little camber section that you can play in. Coming into these final few sections here of this track, there's still a couple little awkward sections here, like this one that I'm currently going through, and then this horseshoe right here leading into trying to link this next corner too. It's such an awkward little flow, but that's what makes it so satisfying if you can get it linked up right and just dial in your line. Also, the ending little corner here is just a nice little sweeper to really just put a nice cherry on the top of your run. So I just want to thank everybody for watching, and if you guys enjoyed the content, let me know, and give me some suggestions for future content you want to see.